Something huge is brewing in Winnipeg as an NHL Insider reveals huge details surrounding the Kyle Connor contract extension as Cheveldayoff continues to try to keep his elite talent on this roster. We're going to break down this report from Darren Drager on Kyle Connor revealing the exact AAV his contract's going to come in on, and so much more that's going to have Jets fans absolutely raving. We're going to break down all this quotes, reports, everything you can think of, and so much more later on this episode. Before we hop into that, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone watching this video. If you're part of the 75.5% watching this and you haven't hit the sub button yet, but you want to stay up to date on everything to do around the NHL, from the Winnipeg Jets to the Vancouver Canucks, all the way to the Florida Panthers, make sure to go down, hit that subscribe button, and in return, we'll keep you up to date on everything to do around the league. But with that, let's just hop straight into the first topic today, where we do know the Winnipeg Jets open up their training camp today, going in with a lot of new faces and a couple players looking for an extension. As you can see, we're back. Training camp is underway. Now with the Winnipeg Jets, the biggest thing surrounding this team is going into Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor being in the final year of his contract, $7.1 million AAV. This team wants to lock up their star player so they don't end up losing it. We've seen the Nikolai Ehlers situation that happened last year, going all the way to the Carolina Hurricanes. So locking up their star winger is the top priority for Cheveldayoff to go into this year. Now, the big thing is Darren Drager came out on a report to say it sounds like talks are progressing. I think it'll come somewhere in the Marner territory, 12 million, somewhere around there. Now, with this, a lot of people might look and say, hey, $12 million is a lot. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say Kyle Connor is not worth it, because he truly is. But the big thing with the NHL, with this salary cap continuing to raise about $10 million a year, this cap hit is slowly going to look a lot smaller as this team progresses season after season. So locking up the player, like we've seen with Mitch Marner going to the Vegas Golden Knights on a $12 million deal, is going to be a huge contract, but look a lot better as the years go on. Now, the big thing, and what the Jets have a lot of leverage is they can offer him this 8-year deal. With the new CBA kicking in, there's two different waves, one that kicked in this year and one next year. As of September of next season, with this team, they cannot offer a contract over 7 years to Kyle Connor. We know as of right now, you can offer this until September 16th in 2026. But the big thing with this Winnipeg Jets team is they can lock up Kyle Connor on the 8-year deal. If they wait to July 1st, they can still do the same, but the max another team can offer is 7 years. Now, the big thing with Kyle Connor, as I said, a 41 goal scorer, 97 points, coming through with a career year, playing all 82 games, going into the playoffs to fire off 17 points in 17 games. Kyle Connor is well worth the money. The 20-year-old had a career year and is going to continue to progress as this Jets team wants to compete for a Stanley Cup. And we're going to get into how more moves are coming to the Jets. But the biggest thing is Kyle Connor spoke himself during training camp today, and when asked a lot about his contract, he continuously went back on how tight the group is. This group's kind of been together a long time, and we're very comfortable picking up each other in any situation. I think we pride ourselves as a team. You know, you look to the guy next to you in the locker room, and it's an open book. Kyle Connor went in to talk a lot about his teammates, how they're family, how built they are together as a full team. Seeing him speak like this is all signs indicating, listen, Kyle Connor himself has never said that he didn't want to return, but between this and the Darren Drager quote coming out as soon as I can find it, that he's going to sign, they're progressing towards an extension, and the contract's going to come in at 12, all signs are pointing towards Kyle Connor staying with this team. Now, this Jets team went out and had a good offseason. Yes, listen, you lost Nikolai Ehlers. This is not the dead set lines going into next year. But when you're healthy, when you get Adam Lowry back, you brought Jonathan Toews, bringing the Stanley Cup experience to this Winnipeg Jets team. They are on the verge of building something special. They went into the playoffs last year, had a scare versus the St. Louis Blues, progressed on. Connor Hellebuyck is still one of, if not the best goaltender in the National Hockey League, coming in at an incredible cap hit as the cap continues going up as well at 8.5. This team is slowly building, but the thing is, they're not done. Yes, extending Kyle Connor is going to be the top of the priority. But this is the team going into next year with a couple of UFAs and RFAs at the end of this season. Now, they do have cap space. They can still work their way. Getting closer to deadline, you have even more space. But with this team, getting Kyle Connor, who you can see highlighted on the third, they extended Gabe Vilardi. They extended multiple players, but keeping some of this talent on the roster. Yes, Adam Lowry needs an extension. Nyquist is most certainly gone after the year unless he comes in firing all cylinders. You need to sign Cole Perfetti. But with this money, with the extra money coming to this group, with the cap going up, they have room to work. Yes, you have defenders that you need to extend, but the big thing is you have these core groups of players locked up for multiple seasons. Yes, Cole Perfetti needs to be signed, but when looking through the defensive group, everyone that you want to have, you have Dylan Sandberg still extended, Josh Morrissey, Neil Pionk. Your three-headed monsters on defense are extended. Yes, you're going to lose Luke Hughes, Colin Miller, or Logan Stanley. And listen, Jets fans, I'm pretty sure a lot of you will say you want Logan Stanley gone, but with this team, with the extra cap space, they have the room to go out, extend Kyle Connor, and bring in Cole Perfetti on a new contract with Kyle Lowry. Adam Lowry, not Kyle Lowry. Sorry, listen, I've been watching Raptors highlights, but the biggest thing with this team, and what I'm really pushing on why they're brewing something incredible in Winnipeg, is the fact you have your core locked up. You have this team. If things do not work out, Cheveldayoff has the perfect opportunity to let go of some ties within the organization to bring in more talent, and even going as far as at deadline, having $18.1 million to work with within this group gives them so much more leverage to work, go out and get another big fish. But when looking at the roster itself, on the defensive end, yes, you can add some veteran defense to this team, but at the current moment, barring any injuries, you have an elite defensive core in front of the best goaltender in the NHL in Connor Hellebuyck, and going to the forward group, you can still fill it out. You can add another winger. You don't really need another center. We could see Jonathan Toews turn back to form. But the big thing with the Winnipeg Jets having this extra room, with the reports coming out that Kyle Connor is going to go out and sign his extension that could come anywhere between $12 million or somewhere in that range. Everything is pointing towards something incredible happening with this group. And listen, Jets fans, this is an outsider on this group looking in. How do you feel about this team? Listen, you've had some struggles in the playoffs for the previous couple of years. Connor Hellebuyck has not shown his A game in every playoff game. But what is your thoughts on this core group? Do you think losing Ehlers is going to be a big blow to this team? Or do you think with the talent they brought in, with bringing leadership, with what they've built within this group, this is going to be enough to make a push and hoist a Stanley Cup in Winnipeg? Let me know all your thoughts down below. While you're down there, leave a like, subscribe, share this with your friends. We're going to be doing so much coverage around the NHL, not only in training camp, in the preseason, but also in the season. So keep your eye for that and go down and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach a goal of 20,000 subscribers, and it means the world. But I've been your host, Mark. Bye, and take care, Jets fans, or any fans watching this video.